This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks go into Boston and take game one. Did they send a message? Let's analyze. Folks, I told you, if the Knicks are going to make it a series with the Celtics, the champs, the defending champs, game one was going to be that game where you have to set the tone. And I had a good feeling going into the game because it felt like this Knicks team kind of started to come together and gel because of that Pistons series. That series that was physical, taxing, and they pushed the Knicks. They did. And what was it? First half, I'm like, all right, first quarter. And then, was it by halftime? They were down 16. I'm like, whew, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the Pistons didn't help the Knicks get, tough. Maybe they didn't show the Knicks what they were, this is the way Knicks play basketball. Went into half down by 16, got down, I believe, as much as 20. But it was interesting. During the telecast, they had, I guess, Mitchell Robinson mic'd up. And I don't know if it was towards the third quarter or in the fourth quarter, they played some of the clip. And Mitchell Robinson was telling his teammates, we've been here before. And you're hearing Mitchell Robinson. And oddly enough, it was funny. It was interesting to hear it because it's funny when you first see Mitchell Robinson as a rookie, shy, quiet guy from the South. And he really was not doing interviews and things like that. And he was encouraging the team. And, when you saw the end of the series with the Detroit Pistons where Mikal Bridges, we built for this, that's what gave me the confidence that, wait a minute, this is, even though Boston is 4-0 this season against the Knicks, an average annihilation of 16 points. They did what they want, shot the three. In the last 2 years, 9-1 against the Knicks. They have dominated the Knicks. Why I believe that the Knicks were going to have, it might be different, and it's only one game, is because the Knicks have not been whole the entire time that they played Boston. They haven't. And Mitchell Robinson is a big key. Big deal. And I saw that and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, y'all want to pick and roll the Knicks to death and all this stuff. Yeah, that's what y'all want to do? Wait till Mitch comes back. Wait till he comes back. And what else did I say going in? I said the Knicks need to get their guy back. His name is Miles Deuce McBrizzle. And shout out to Deuce for finally joining the playoff party. Deuce. Shout out to Deuce. And shout out to the coach. Shout out to the coach, Thomas Thibodeau. Shout out to Thomas Doma for actually going 9-man deep. The rotation was 9 players deep. We had a Precious Achua sighting. 5 minutes, a whole 5 minutes. But shout out to Tom on that one. He had to because Karl Anthony Towns, who played 31 minutes, had 4 fouls. Was it 4 or was it 5? 5 fouls. Cat. And kudos to him. clearly the game plan, and from what I saw in the season, is you see Karl Anthony Towns, get at him. I think he's improved from the regular season, but that's clearly what Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics want to do. Attack Karl Anthony Towns, who had, 10 points in that second quarter? I'll tell you what. Karl Anthony Towns does not get into foul trouble. And that, I don't know if it was the second or the third foul. I think it was a bogus foul. I was talking to my boy, John, on that. We're on the phone. And he was like, you can't have, and he was like, it was a foul. I'm like, go back and check. Shout out to Rewind and Instant Replay. Especially, you have the DVR, you can rewind live TV. I'm like, where's the foul? I mean, Josh Hart was to the left. Karl Anthony Towns as well was, I think, to the right. And then Tatum goes through, but Cat let him rock. I think it was Tatum. And I'm like, wait, that's a foul? I'm like, it's all right. And the Knicks found a way to come back. And look, listen, the bench scoring is still not where I want it to be. Deuce McBride had 11 points. Mitchell Robinson had 3 points. And, obviously, and he had 7 rebounds. But obviously, Knicks fans, by the way, for you guys who wanted the Knicks to trade Mitchell Robinson for whoever at this point, no, you clearly see the importance of Mitch with the hack Mitch and send him to the free throw line. Mitch has to work on his free throws. He was 3 for 10. I don't know what happened, but in the regular season, he looked like he improved. And now he's rushing his shot. Mitch, take your time, because the Knicks are going to need you in this series and beyond. I think the Knicks have a chance. You asked me, can the Knicks beat the Celtics? And I said, I don't know. I have to see. I needed to see the resolve, if this team had resolve, if this team had the grit that it had, and the grit, the grittiness, the and competitive nature, the never quit. And the captain in Jalen Brunson, who, guys, got to put some respect on his name. Not only I had this debate, people, is Jalen Brunson's no superstar? All right, you'll see. I'm before JB got here that summer, I'm telling people, don't sleep. Wait. And I remember saying, y'all don't know Jalen Brunson. The world knows Jalen Brunson now, and he's that dude. I got a question for you. Is this out of bounds? The most clutch player of the year, the most clutch player in these playoffs. Jalen Brunson will win an MVP at some point, in my opinion. He's going to win an MVP, and he may go down as the greatest Knick. Still has a lot to do, but he may actually do that. Now, Jalen Brunson in these playoffs, by the way, 5 30-point games, number 1 in the playoffs. He missed it by 1 today. Yesterday, my bad. 11 points in the fourth quarter, number 1. Clutch points, 27, number 1. Free throws made, 44 in the playoffs. Come on, man. Put some respect on that man's name. Jalen Brunson, y'all. Got a question for y'all. Jalen Brunson. Is he on the level? Jalen Brunson right now, his playoff numbers, I compare it to Derek Jeter in baseball with the Yankees and Eli Manning when he was here, and everybody's like, regular season. But see, I can't say that because Brunson was better than these guys, I think, in the regular season as well. And I think people are starting to realize that, wait, Jalen Brunson is maybe first team All NBA, and people need to stop disrespecting him. And for the next few years, should always be an all-star starter. And I mean, I'm hearing, you see the person's shoes that he wears, right? The Kobe's. Jalen Brunson might not tell you, don't put me in that conversation with the great Kobe Bryant. Last year they put him in the conversation. They were like, only Michael Jordan has done certain things that you're doing. I'm just saying I'm not saying that he's the greatest player to play. Please stop. But what I'm saying is he may go down as the greatest Knick, and what he's doing, that clutch gene he has, it's on that level of anybody that you want to throw out there. So we got him on board, y'all. But I had asked the question at the beginning of the video. Did the Knicks send a message, or at this point, or what's the message that they sent? Did you see what Mikal Bridges did? He only had 8 points. But did you see what he did at the end of the overtime? He snatched the ball from Jaylen Brown. That, to me, showed me exactly the mindset of the Knicks. We're here, and we're here to take it. We're here to take your crown as the head of the class, the head of the East, the head of the NBA, and you're not going to have your last hurrah, because I told you in the last video, the Celtics as currently constituted may not continue in the offseason. They may move one of these guys. Jaylen Brown, possibly because of the knee, is a prime candidate, and maybe someone else, who knows? Because the way the NBA is set right now with the CBA and the salary cap, you can't mess around. You can't have two players making basically $700 million between the two of them. That's insane. But listen, I think the Knicks are for real. And these this has been a great. I think this was a great a message sent by the Knicks. And look, listen, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. But as long as Jalen Brunson is there, you can keep it close. Shout out to OG Anunoby for, spearheading that comeback. I mean, the OG Anunoby, this season has been a what a pleasant surprise for this Knicks team. Who's overpaid now. And I think if you're going to have, like I said, the Pistons series has helped the Knicks get ready for this series. And look, it's the Boston Celtics. They're still the champ. But they sent a message that we're here to take it from you. And that 4-0 that you had last year means nothing. We're here. And let me tell you something. I think the Knicks are going to try to get game 2. All right, well, we're going to see. Because when they're here, I don't know, I don't know if you've seen, what was it, Rocky 3? When Clubber Lang played by Mr. T, and he was hungry. He was hungry, and he wanted Rocky's title. And, and you see that when you have a boxer who's he's coming up through the ranking, and the champ is sitting there, and then you'll have people like, he's ducking me, he's afraid, blah, blah, blah. The Knicks are the team that they wanted the Celtics last year. They just weren't healthy. So contrary to what everybody else says, that the Knicks may not win a game, they may win 5. Remember, I told you in the last video, Paul Pierce said that. The Knicks obviously don't believe that they can take it, and I think that's when Mikal Bridges took that ball, he was like, give me that. He just snatched the ball from Jaylen Brown. So, but what say you? Let me know in the comments. Now it's that time. Congratulations to the New York Islanders. They win the draft lottery for the first time since 2009. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, folks. I am on most social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.